So you may not believe me at first because this is kind of hard to believe, but, before I explain the story, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna have to mention that I don't normally, I don't play a ton of towers for JToH before they get, added into the game. I often, I see, their name, but I don't actually usually play them. I mean, sometimes I do, but I don't usually play them until they're actually in the game. So, yeah. Anyways, so you remember the Tower of Chromatic Grass video on my channel, also known as, the video where I just showed that I'm making a tower. Basically, the whole gist of Tower of Chromatic Grass is it starts with, it starts with red grass, then it fades to, orange grass, then yellow grass, and then, green grass and blue grass, and, it's just a gradient of just, you'll see from the video that I recorded, but that's basically the gist of it. But, I was playing JToH, last night or whatever, just, a few nights ago, when this video was uploaded, I don't know, but I was playing JToH one night. Then I went to the Tower of Pure Chroma. I had heard the name Tower of Pure Chroma, but I had never actually played it or seen it. So then I played it, and, let's just take a look at, Tower of Pure Chroma, shall we? So, does it look like anything familiar to you, by any chance? Does it, look like anything familiar? Does it look like anything familiar to you? You're probably just sitting here Slime, you're the biggest liar ever. How could you possibly accidentally make a tower the exact same as another tower that has a very similar name to, this is confusing and hurts my brain. But you know what I mean, right? Cause basically the term chrome means, color. So, yeah, it's not that common of a word. So basically, how do both of them have the exact same term? That's a fairly big coincidence. I think it's fair to say that. Well, basically, I was originally going to call it TOCG. I was originally going to call it Tower of Colorful Grass. But colorful is not that unique of a word. It's just there. And it would just be kind of an uncreative name. So I went on to a thesaurus, which is basically a place where you can find words that have the same meaning as other words. And I looked up colorful in it. Oh, and what do you know? Chromatic right there. And then I was like, oh, chromatic. Why don't I use that in the name of my tower? And, yeah, interesting. And just so you know, I'm just gonna mention that Tower of Chromatic Grass, the chances of it actually getting into JToH were, beyond low. Especially when it just looks like a ripoff of another tower, which I did not mean to make it like that. Yeah, so, yeah, also Tower Pure Chroma is about 1 billion times better, but I think you know what this means. Yay!